Hello, lovely people of the internet. I'm trying up a new setup and um, just trying up a new approach to how I'm going to deliver the things that are on my mind because I've had some interesting fun with like the scripting, and it's kind of important to have at least a script so you can kind of keep that flow of what's going on. But because I'm talking about stuff that just depends on person to person, and I need to do a sync clap. Pause. Um, but I kind of want to try a different approach to. I want to try a different approach to how I deliver my information because we're just kind of chatting and it's meant to be a conversation. So I want the conversation to flow like a conversation and not necessarily like a script. In previous videos, I would just like make a template that I could follow with bullet points that just kind of remind me of my points. But I kind of want to try also just like talking off of the dome and just like seeing what comes to me about certain topics. I have like keywords and stuff and thoughts about them, but it's not like in a document and this is how I want to say it and I want to flow at this point to this point to this point. It's more of just like this is a conversation. I'm introducing it to you guys, and if you like it, you like it. If you have any thoughts, if I have any thoughts that come to it just based on having this conversation with you guys, then I think it's more organic and it flows better and gives you the opportunity to um, kind of come up with new ideas because you're just like forcing your brain to talk without a script is a lot different than just having a script. So, trying this out, maybe it's cool. Maybe I don't have any words about anything and I just kind of, we'll find out. And maybe I'll go back to the scripted version. Um, but I'm trying out this new setup. I have tried multiple different angles inside of this room in particular, and also have shot in other locations. So I think this might be the new staple. Got some friends back here, some art. This is my desk that I work at constantly. You can see the audio that's getting picked up right behind me. My second monitor, that's a TV and stuff like that. So I feel like it also adds to that genuineness of this is my life and I'm making videos and I'm talking to you guys about things that I literally think about at this desk. Um, and yeah, shout out to Crash Vancouver for what I'm wearing right now. They didn't just, I bought it, but like, love their brand. So check them out. Um, okay. Today's topic is confidence. And I have a lot of different thoughts on confidence at the moment. I've been experiencing some just like fluctuations in my confidence, which is something I'm not necessarily used to because I'm normally I'm a lot of people call me humble. And if any of my friends watch this, they'll probably leave a comment about that because I think I'm good at things, but I also have imposter syndrome, so everything could also be better that I think like that I make or that I do. Um, I've worked with a lot of cool people, and I often play it down, and they're like, "Why are you playing it down?" um, but it's just because like I I'm always searching for like what that next thing is. It's a part of my drive, but it's also a part of imposter syndrome, so it can have some positive and negatives when it comes to that. But both of those things are kind of in like circumference or circles around confidence. Confidence is an interesting thing because having it, confidence, not arrogance, but confidence, leads you to better opportunities. When people can tell that you are confident, you trust in your abilities to execute and do things, then they are going to want you, whether that's for a job or just as a friend or sometimes as a partner. Like that is a trait that can be very attractive to people, not just romantically, but just in general. If you are confident, confident attracts confident. And if you're attracting people that are confident and you yourself are confident, then good things are going to continue to happen. That's just building and building, like snowballing good effects, right? But these fluctuations in my confidence recently have stemmed from kind of like financial and kind of the state of our economy and um, a lot of things surrounding that because at this age, there's, a lot of comparisons that you can do to people from the internet to, your family telling you you need this and just a lot of other things that other people are probably telling you that you need to have by this age, by this time, by this year. Um, and you are striving to do those things. But for me specifically, it's like I am trying to build up a surplus of income so I can continue to invest in my creative endeavors, right? Um, and not everyone sees that vision, and they go, "Well, why don't you have like a house at this point? Your car right now isn't the best car in the world. Like you should get a better car because by this age you should have this kind of car, or by this age you should have an apartment." Um, and it's weird because they just get in your head, and it really sucks when it comes to someone who has imposter syndrome and is already trying very hard because I'm also a workaholic. And I'm sure there are other people out there like that where you hear these kind of things that you're supposed to have by a certain time and you're like, I don't. So am I working hard enough as a workaholic, right? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, is the passion that I'm pursuing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is do I have enough drive to achieve the things that I want to achieve? You start asking yourself these questions, and there's a lot of doubt that kind of surrounds it. Um, and I've been through that, and I've been kind of fluctuating through that, especially most recently. I got sick, and I just had like terrible, terrible migraine and extreme bodily pain all over my body. Went to the ER, didn't know what was up. They said every test came back okay, which I'm thankful for, but it took me out for a week. And that was a week that I could have been doing. Like, I had clients on speed dial that were like, yo, what's going on? And I was like, I'm in the ER currently, so I'll have to get back to you soon. And again, workaholic, imposter syndrome. And I'm sitting there in pain. And I'm like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I need to be up and working. Why can't I be up and working right now? The pain medication isn't working. Like, I'm frustrated because I can't do the thing that um, kind of keeps me supplied financially. I can't do the thing that I actually enjoy because I personally just also don't like sitting around necessarily. I'll play a game, I'll watch a movie, I will rest, but just sitting around for the sake of sitting around is not my forte. Like something has to be happening or doing something just because that is fulfilling and fun to me. Um, so whenever I'm sick, it really sucks. But that was in particular was terrible because if I got a runny nose and I'm sneezing, like that's chill. I can work through that. I can just be like, hey, I'm a little stuffy right now. But with the clients that I have, it's not like I have to go see them in person all the time. So it's like I'm doing something online for them. I'm making something digital. I could have got that done while, flu, runny nose type of situation. But with that migraine, I can't look at lights. Everything was bright. I had shades on. My body was in pain. So every time I moved, it hurt. Like, that was crazy. And it knocked down my confidence because I was like, I wasted a week. I wasted a week. I was sick. But that's what my brain was telling me, that I wasted a week. It's not good. It's not good. So, what did I do and what were the conversations I had to get out of those feelings? A lot of it came from talking to my partner. Um, Someone you can trust and talk to about imposter syndrome, being a workaholic, being hard on yourself when you know you're trying is really important because a lot of the time it's really hard for your brain to register the amount of work that you're doing. And whether it be my friend or my friends or my partner, they will literally list out sometimes everything that I've done in a week and be like, do you understand that this is a lot? It's honestly probably more than I should be doing. And they kind of politely scold me and tell me, like, hey, like, let's be conscious. Let's be careful. Let's take a rest. Like, that week that I was sick, my partner scolded me and was like, you needed to rest So I'm pretty sure the universe said, let's just do this to you and you're going to rest. Which I didn't have a choice but to. I didn't have a choice but to just sit and sleep and eat, kind of, and exist with myself and my thoughts, writing, drawing, just anything that didn't involve light and outside and moving, essentially. Um, and it was nice. If I'm not looking at it from that critical lens that my kind of internal mind has, it was really nice to just be able to exist with my partner and my family, even though I was in pain. Um, I look at the positives of that and the fact that like I did get to rest for basically a whole week, which is something I hadn't had in a while. Um, it also gave me time to just reflect on new ideas that I wanted to pursue when it came to my creative endeavors and goals. It also gave me time to just like have conversations with people that I haven't talked to in a while. Because I did post about the pain that I was in because it was just insane. I'd never been in that kind of pain, and a lot of my friends that I even haven't heard of, not heard of, that I haven't heard from in a while, um, reached out to me and were like, "Yo, you good?" And I was like, "I have no idea, but I'm working on it." And eventually got better. There's so many positives that came out of that situation, even though it seemed like it wasn't. Um, Confidence. The topic is still confidence. What were the conversations that I had to get myself out of there? Yes, I talked to my partner and I talked to my friends, but also I talked to myself and reminded myself of how I am very good at things, how hard I am working. Sometimes, if your friends can't make a list of everything that you've done, if you write to do lists for yourself and you just like reflect on them and you reflect on like how many steps it takes to do the thing in each task, right? It's normally a lot, especially for my workaholics and imposter syndrome people, right? We just don't take the time to like look back at that and reflect on it. We don't take the time to journal about it. We don't take the time to kind of exist with the things that we did. We kind of just do the things, we get the reaction that we were either hoping for or good enough, and we move on. But we can't just move on. We have to also praise ourselves for the thing that we did. We have to congratulate ourselves. We have to hype ourselves up because you are your number one fan. You will be your number one fan. You have to be your number one fan at the end of the day, right? So I just want people to be conscious of that. Confidence comes from trusting in yourself and your own abilities. And if you don't, it's going to make life a little bit more difficult, especially if you're trying to pursue something in a difficult field. The creative field and industry is very difficult to get into and to also financially support yourself off of independently. It can be easy for some, but not for everyone because maybe you have responsibilities and things that you have to deal with. Maybe you're paying for other things that sustain your life and not necessarily your pockets. And that's okay. But having confidence in yourself and your ability is going to give you all of those things you're working for back tenfold. Um, Once I was done being sick and I got out of that like weird mental dread that I was having, I had reached out to a couple clients that I was working with while I was sick, and all of them came back to me and were like, "Yo, it's good. Like, saw your post. Like, that was crazy. So sorry you went through that. Like, I'm happy that we still get to work, and I'm glad you're feeling better." Like, all of them came back. Like, I thought they were all gonna just disappear. Like, I was just like, "Oh, no one's gonna work with me because I've been delayed for a week." And I do pride myself on the fact that I can execute projects pretty fast. But none of them did that. None of them said that. They were just like, "Glad you're feeling better. Let's continue to work," which is I'm thankful for. And I don't know. Confidence is trying to also minimize that voice in your head that tells you everything that you're doing is wrong or incorrect, and just minimizing it or getting rid of it or replacing it with a new voice. Um, so I also listen to a lot of subliminals. I listen to a lot of sleep affirmations, and also sometimes I listen to affirmations during the day. And there is I for a while I wasn't sure how kind of sleep affirmations and subliminals worked. But I will say that I have some interesting dreams now that I listen to very positive, abundant, and affirmational, like subliminals and videos when I'm going to bed, essentially. And the dreams are always in the positive. They always carry the voice of the person that I'm listening to and the like meaning behind the words that they're saying. And then I have a great dream, and then I wake up the next day and I feel good because I'm like, that was a cool dream, and it was inspiring, and that was I it's so hard to put together if unless you're experiencing it actively. But like, you wake up and you're just like, whoa, that was cool. You like can literally hear the person that is in the video if you're playing it at the right frequency, for your sleep and comfort needs. But when I hit that kind of REM stage, or like I'm just about to fall asleep and that voice is just kind of echoing through my head, it feels amazing. And I feel like my negative self-talk has decreased since joining this like subliminal affirmation journey, just listening to it. It'll be like 8 hours. But you got to find people who are pretty genuine in their creation and not just creating it because they know that this kind of content gets views. Um, and I feel like I found two pretty good um, YouTubers slash video content creators that I like, have a great voice, and also are very genuine in their pursuit. Um, so that's another kind of tactic that I did for just confidence and bringing that back to myself. Um, I'm running out of thoughts, but I did say a lot. Let's look at my timer. I got 11 minutes on this recording, so that means I at least talk for 20, 15 to 20. I'm going to do a secondary sync clap just for the sake of me editing later. So confidence feels like a tricky thing, but it's also something that you can trick yourself into having. If you want to be confident, you just have to be confident. You have to trust yourself. It is like doing the trust fall exercise, but with yourself. Just turn on that smile and energy and passion. Pick something. If you want to just like practice confidence, pick something that you know a lot about. Like, for example, I'm a Pokemon nerd and I've been watching Pokemon videos. It's like my new ADHD fixation right now. Let's not talk about it. We got the switch back there. Let's not talk about it, right? But it's something that I care about so much and that I know so many nuances about that I'm so confident in talking about that topic. It might not be necessarily like my job or anything in relation to that, but because I know about it and because it excites me, it makes me confident in having a conversation about it. So find whatever that like thing is for you and start having conversations about it, even if it's just with people, um, like even if it's just with your friends, to build up that like feeling and just register the feeling that you register the feeling that you have thinking about and talking about the thing that you're passionate about, because that in itself, that feeling is confidence. So take that and then apply that feeling to other areas in your life. If it's you need to take an interview and apply to a job, and public speaking is kind of hard, there's going to be a way that you can find that common thread in the person that you're talking to and then build a conversation from there. You'll see the excitement in them and they'll see the excitement in you. Boom, maybe you're hired, right? There are other ways that you can apply it, but jobs are kind of the thing on my mind right now just because, like I said, finances, the economy, everything's a little weird. Um, but yeah, like just find something that you can practice confidence with, especially if it's something that you're passionate about, and then apply it to other areas in your life. Because trust me, once you start building that confidence, that's what's going to bring all the rewards that you're working so hard for. Fellow workaholics and fellow imposter syndrome people, please love on yourself, take care of yourself, be nice to yourself, because I get it. I am one of those people. I am hard on myself. And I have so many people to remind me to not be hard on myself. And let me be the person to remind you not to be hard on yourself. At least let me be the one person, if anything. If this video finds you, let me be that person because you deserve the things that you are working towards. Period. You deserve the things that you are working towards. And I know you're working hard for it. And I know that you're putting in as much effort as you can. And when you are tired, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Let's take care of ourselves. When you take care of this, everything else can prosper from it. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. So I feel like this one isn't a very short reminder, but it's a short, sweet, friendly reminder. Go outside, drink some water, stretch, play a video game for like an hour or so, or maybe do the thing that you need to do, or rest. We just talked about it. Please rest if you need it. Stretch. Let's take a deep breath. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And yeah, I got more words eventually, so let's keep talking and having conversations. I hope you guys like this new style of video. It's a little more organic. But otherwise, take care. I'll see you.